Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see a numerical based upon the design of slab base. So let's start. Now, as the problem statement says, a square steel base plate of area 1 square meter, that is, it is a square plate of 1 meter by 1 meter, that is provided for a column that is made up of two rolled channel sections. The 300 mm by 300 mm column carries an axial compressive load of 2000 kN. What is the thickness of the base plate required as per the limit state method? Now in the question, a slab base plate of 1 meter by 1 meter is provided. So if in the question itself it was not given that the base plate is a slab base type, then we would analyze it from the compressive load. Since in the question only axial load is acting and there is no bending moment, so that means the load must be of lighter category. Otherwise, if there is some eccentricity or load is heavier, then there will be the gusseted base which will be used for the transmitting the load. Now when the column is made, it is made up of two rolled channel section. So one channel section can be shown in the form of this C diagram. This shows the one channel section, and similarly the other channel section is in this form. So these are connected face to face and they are combinedly making a column. The size of the column is given as 300 mm by 300 mm. It is also a square column. So now in this diagram you can see this is the column, so we will show it with the dotted lines. Now the axial compressive load is of 2000 kilonewton and it has been factored. So this is the factored compressive load. Now the width and the depth of the channel section both are given to us, and in the question what has been asked that the thickness of this slab base, this is to be found out. In the designing of the slab base, as we have seen in the procedure part, that two factors are to be found out. One is the thickness of the base plate and other is the size of the base plate. Since the size of the base plate is already given to us that it is a square base plate of 1 meter by 1 meter, that is both the dimensions are 1 meter each. Now the column size is given 300 mm. So from here we can find out the overhang in both the directions. So let's say the overhang in one direction is represented by A and the overhang in the other direction is represented by B. So overhang is equal to the total width minus the column width. So total width, or you can say the length, minus the column width or the length, because both the dimensions are equal to each other. That's why we can take length or width, whichever suits you, and overhang for both the directions are equal. So total width is given in meter. Let's convert it into millimeter. That will be 1000 millimeters, minus column length or column width, that is given as 300 millimeters. So the overhang in both the direction that we will be obtaining, that will be 700 mm, that is combined, because overhang will be in this direction also, that will be B, and similarly in this direction this will be A. So that's why when we are calculating this overhang just for one side, that will be 700 mm divided by 2, and that's why it will be coming out as 350 millimeters, and overhang will be coming out as 350 millimeters for both the directions. Now after calculating the overhang, we need to find out the bearing pressure intensity which is acting on the bottom of the slab base coming out from the concrete pedestal which is lying below this slab base plate. So this is your base plate and it has been subjected to the uniform bearing pressure because in the slab base the bearing pressure is assumed to be uniform. This is an assumption. So this base plate is subjected to the uniform bearing pressure from the concrete pedestal. So if we take this uniform bearing pressure as W, so calculating this uniform bearing pressure, which is denoted by the small w value, that is equal to the load which is subjected on the column base plate, that is P, divided by the area, that is the bearing area. Bearing area means the area which is transmitting the load safely to the column pedestal or the concrete below the column base plate, or it is distributing the load safely through column base to the concrete pedestal. So putting all the values that has been given to us, so the load which is applied on the column, that is of 2000 kilonewton, divided by the bearing area, that means the area of the base plate, so that was given as the 1 square meter. Now converting these values into the standard units, that is Newton and square millimeter, so we will take it as 2000 into 10 raised to the power 3 Newton divided by 1 square meter is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 square millimeter. So from here we will get this value as 2 Newton per square millimeter. Now if the concrete pedestal below the column base plate is of M15 grade of concrete, then as per IS, that is Indian Standard 800/2007, that is the latest code for the designing of the steel structure. As per that code, the limiting value of the bearing pressure is given by 0.6 FCK. So taking this value, this will be 0.6, where FCK is the characteristic compressive strength of the concrete. So 0.6 into 15, this will give us the value as 9 Newton per square millimeter. So as we can see that the uniform bearing pressure is less than the 9 Newton per square millimeter. That means our value is within the limits. Now calculating the thickness of the base plate. So the thickness of slab base is given by the formula, that is T is equal to square root of 2.5 W into A square minus 0.3 B square into gamma m naught divided by Fy and its total square root. Now since we are having all the values with us, so placing the values one by one, we will get 2.5 into the intensity of the bearing pressure, that is 2 Newton per square millimeter, while the overhang is 350 millimeter on one side, minus 0.3 into 350 square millimeter, that is on the other side, into gamma m naught. Now this gamma m naught is the partial factor of safety for the material, that means for the steel. Now this partial factor of safety as per Indian Standard Code 800/2007 edition, it is taken as 1.1. So placing this value also in the equation, we will get it as 1.1 divided by 250, that is the grade of the mild steel by which the rolled channel sections are made of. So from here we will get this value as T is equal to 43.4 millimeters. So this is the thickness of the slab base which will be required to transmit the load of 2000 kilonewton safely to the concrete pedestal. That means this 43.4 millimeter is the thickness of the slab base, which will be subjected to the uniform bearing pressure of 2 Newton per square millimeter, and it will transmit the load safely to the concrete pedestal. In the next problem, we will see the complete design of the slab base, that is the size of the slab base plate as well as the thickness of the base plate, and what are the checks on the size and thickness of the slab base plate. Thank you.